G'day, welcome to the Nerdy Dad channel and the Nerdy Dad review of Matt Reeves' The Batman. I am going to talk about the movie, so be warned, there will be spoilers. As I said in the non-spoiler review on Thursday, there's something in the way that this movie pulled me in. The movie did not disappoint. Matt Reeves has created a sprawling version of Gotham that had me engaged from start to finish. This Batman is not a proto-Batman or a Year One Batman. This Batman's been doing this for a while, and he has an established relationship with Jim Gordon and the GCPD, the latter relationship being slightly more strained. I found the journal entries a nice framing device. They aren't overused, and I appreciate the insight they give into where Batman's head is at. Because, even more so than other iterations of the Batman, Robert Pattinson's version of the character is the Batman. Bruce Wayne is just a costume that he puts on every now and then. This Batman is brutal. He's angry. And he starts the movie as the spirit of vengeance in the city, a symbol of fear. Before I go any further, can I just say the music is fantastic. It's fantastic on its own, and it works seamlessly within the story. Look, Rogue One Star Wars comparisons aside, while Williams is the undisputed king, if there's a crown prince, it might well be Giacchino. As time goes on, there are more and more of his scores that I keep revisiting. And in my opinion, this is one of his best. Even more so than his No Way Home score, I've got this soundtrack on repeat. Reeves puts so many pieces in motion in this movie, yet they all feel well tied together and part of one movie. I am fully invested in this world. Each interwoven storyline was complete, and yet I wanted to know more. I want to know more about the Waynes. I want to know more about Falcone. I want to know more about the Catwoman. And damn it, I want to know more about the Riddler. While we're on the Riddler, Paul Dano gives an absolutely unhinged performance as the Riddler. He's a complete psychopath. And the film goes very dark. This unhinged psychopath all but wins. Apart from Bruce Wayne, he kills every target he sets out to. Look, these men were corrupt as hell. They were evil, but the Riddler was still brutal. And despite Batman stopping his goons at the end, his cult-like followers, if you will, blowing the seawalls would have killed more people immediately and indirectly than the shooters were ever going to. Not to mention the damage they caused to the buildings of Gotham. This movie suggests, nay, it hits you over the head with the fact that the Riddler is, indirectly at least, a creature of Batman's making. Without wanting to compare movies, the Riddler is escalation of the kind that Gordon spoke of in Nolan's Batman Begins. More than that, the Riddler thinks they're on the same side. Look, why wouldn't the Batman want to take out that spoiled trust fund kid Bruce Wayne? And while the story told in this movie did reach a conclusion, this version of Gotham that has been built had so many threads left hanging that I can't wait to see which one gets pulled on next. The Penguin is left standing as the new mob kingpin. We all know there's a Penguin series coming. As HBO Max isn't in Australia yet, it's probably coming to something like Foxtel or Binge, and I tell you what, despite already paying for way too many streaming services, I'm going to have to consider it. This movie put in the work to suck me into this world. Then, there is what is perhaps the biggest thread they dangled in front of us. Like Batman Begins 17 years ago, we're left with a Joker tease. The less you have, the more valuable it is. The Riddler has a friend in the Joker. I don't know whether this thread is going to be pulled on in the next movie or a future movie. But whatever they decide to do next, I'm up for it, because I can't wait to revisit this world. Now, as the post-credits tag says, goodbye. This is the Nerdy Dad, signing off.